What is up everyone, my name is Pastor. Welcome back to another video of Crossout balance changes update. So in today's video I'm gonna go through some upcoming changes for the movement parts, cabins and engines, and also the new weapon that is gonna be added to the live server in the future. But currently it is only available in the test server, so I'm gonna show that weapon a bit later. But let's start off with the wheels themselves. I already have a build here selected. And the wheels have a new penalty system. So increase the dependence of wheel turning speed on armored vehicle mass. Now wheels on light armored vehicles turn to their maximum angle a little faster and heavy ones a little slower relative to the main game server. And increase the maximum penalty to the turn angle of the rear wheels. Previously it was 50% and was achieved by installing 2 rear steering wheels. Now it is 75% when 6 or more rear steering wheels are installed. The penalty remains exactly the same for 2 wheels. So I'm going to show you what they mean about the wheel changes. Here, as you can see, the wheels, they don't turn that much at the back than in front. And when I try to do some circles, it is not going to be too effective. Let's try to do like sharp turn. Obviously, it would turn still quite quickly, but it won't be as effective as it was before with the previous nerf, and I completely forgot that the nerf actually existed. It has been such a long time, and it had barely any impact in the vehicles themselves. But what if we're gonna change the wheels to normal wheels? Let's do a little test. Well, the weight is at the front, but still takes more time to actually turn, so there is at least some change for that. Let me try if I shift the weight a bit more. Okay, now it is way more responsive because the weight is shifted at the back more, well, in the middle than in front. But the devs more encourage you to use steering at the front and non-steering at the back to get more turnability, more snappier reactions, you know. But that's pretty much it for the wheels themselves. And additional changes for the cabins, acceleration and top speed as well. The effect of mass on the acceleration of heavy cabins increased by 9%. This change will slightly reduce the acceleration of heavy armored vehicles. So let's take a look how much it makes the difference. Okay. Now I loaded up my Bastion build here without any engine, so I'm gonna just test it out. How much slower is the heavy cabin's acceleration? It is significantly slower, honestly. I can feel the acceleration being slow. I'm kinda curious, how fast can you go with 66 kilometers per hour? This is something I can accept. I like to see heavy cabins actually being slower than they used to be in the current live server. This makes heavy cabins to serve purpose more being actually tanks, not just like being a dog and just chase down all the enemies, and be more superior than mediums or light cabins. So this change is gonna make the brick meta to deplete over time. So hopefully we're gonna get some really good new builds out that are not gonna be just like bricks or meta heavy, and maybe see some more variety to the builds themselves and gameplay mechanics. So I'm really looking forward to it. And since I think the fastest heavy cabin that I have right now is the Mars cabin itself, I think. Let me take a look. Is Mars one of the fastest ones? This goes 61. Actually, sorry, Echo cabin is the fastest. I'm kind of curious how fast this is going to go. Well, this cabin can hit 60... sorry, it's 76. That's respectable top speed for a heavy cabin. But obviously Echo is one of the fastest heavy cabins in the game. But with the Mars, I wonder how fast it's going to be. There we go. Let's take a look. Top speed hitting 73. It is not that fast, but it's still quite fast for a heavy cabin, honestly. But yeah. So you would see some bricks moving around like that. Maybe not. Maybe you see some auto builds, but that's pretty much about it when it comes to these kind of builds. And now I'm going to show you guys something special as well. For example, the tracks. I have some armor tracks. I can show you how these going to work out. As we know that these top speed is 70 kilometers per hour. And I'm going to add a cabin that has decent speed. We're going to go with like a dust cabin, that's fine. And the current top speed allows me to go 81. That's more than the Golden Eagle would allow. And this is kind of cool. You would see probably more of the track builds coming out in the maybe Clan Wars pools, maybe more in PvP. Having higher top speed makes it more fun to play around with them. You never know. I do genuinely like this change for the tracks. I've recently started also playing with tracks more than I did before. And be sure to check out my half-track video as well that I recently uploaded. So we have some changes for the tracks. We also have changes for the legs and hovers. I'm going to cover them as well. This allows me to go 75. I don't know if this is the allowed max speed. If I'm going to remove the engine, 68. So yeah, this is like the original speed for the Gorilla legs, which is quite fast. So these would make a nice comeback as well in some of the builds, which is really nice to see again. And how about hovers? Unfortunately, I don't have Icarus 7s, I have only Icarus 4s. And they're having a different fusion, which is kind of bummer, but that's okay. Okay, now we have our Icarus build here, and the top speed is going to be 85, 86 pretty much. So it is going to be now the same speed as it is Icarus 7, as its stock form currently in live server. But I did check out some things. I'm pretty sure that the hovers now go even faster. Let me go and try to find if there's any builds available. Here I found a vehicle with the Icarus 7 on a Scorpion. Well, using Scorpions and using a Griffin cabin. And this top speed, let me show you. This is the top speed of the hovers now. They can go up to 100 kilometers per hour pretty much. You can't so easily outrun them, but if you have some weapons, you can quickly dispatch them, for example yokais or something else. But that's pretty much it with the changes for the movement parts as well. I'm also going to put the list. And here I am, guys. I'm going to show you the picture here with the upcoming changes for the engines and cabins themselves. Here's just like a full spreadsheet about it, so you guys can understand what kind of changes are upcoming. And they also mentioned then that then rework the base speeds of the cabins so that armor cars with light cabins with engines would have about the same maximum speed as before the changes, and builds with medium and heavy cabins would become slower to basically reduce the brick meta that has been rolling out for the past year almost, and it is very frustrating. But now I hope this is going to make some changes for the game itself. And here's also the cabins. We're going to have some changes for the top speed. Some are getting buffed, some are getting nerfs, so feel free to go through them by yourself. And they also mentioned that to ensure the reduction of medium and heavy cabin speed is not excessive, we increase the maximum speed of armored vehicles from 120 to 130 km per hour. This change will provide more opportunities to use the light armor cars, mostly with high power score. In conjunction with the other changes, the cabin types will be more distinct in terms of speed and movement parts with speed limits. So basically, now engines will have the bonus here, as you can see. And I already covered the basics on the video itself, so you guys have a better clear image about this one. And the changes of the videos already explained, as you can see. You can also read it through if you want to. Additional changes that for the vehicles themselves, if you're using a heavy cabin, and the Golden Eagle perk is currently disabled on the test server because they plan to replace the perk with the alternative one that does not increase speed by the time the present changes are released on the main server. And so yeah, these are the ones that are covered up, and on to the next details in the video, so I'll continue there, okay? And obviously, guys, how can I forget? We also have a weapon that needs to be shown. And for now, we have this new cool looking weapon that I'm kind of looking forward to it. This is Doom. and it shoots 2 wheels at a time. Here is the new pack, and with the new pack we're also getting a new weapon called the Doom. The Doom is quite similar to Fortune itself. Instead of shooting 3 projectiles from one volley, it shoots 2. And I don't mean like just shooting basically 2 like 1 at a time, but actually 2 at the same time. And it is also charge-based weapon. It costs 10 energy points, mass is 306, and durability is 282. And as the weapon is currently not available in the live server, but will come there in possible next update. So this is a little cool weapon. I tested it out already and I do like it, and it has a very interesting mechanic as well. So I had to charge it up to get the perk active. Boom. It actually shoots away some of the wheels if they manage to bounce off sometimes. So that's kind of like ideal. You can actually get very lucky if you get some tactical play. You can make them to bounce off from enemies and whatnot. And over here, try and shoot. There you go, to bounce off sometimes. Sometimes they get trapped and they deal extra damage right away. You should be able to hear a second explosion. But yeah, this is the Doom. Very interesting concept weapon. I kind of like it. It's quite cool as well. But yeah, so this is it for the video today, guys. I thank everybody for watching this, and I hope everybody's going to have an amazing day. And I'll catch you guys again later. See ya.